scoring and just anything offensively. And he was able to kind of manufacture a couple things.
Lopez with the steal. This letter. His shot is blocked by Lopez.
Lopez has been everywhere at both ends of the floor tonight.
And defensively, I thought, we'll look at the tape, but I thought he was there, several times in the fourth quarter, making blocks, making big-time contests, rebounding. Certainly in a big moment, that was a great Brook Lopez tonight.
Middleton to Lopez. Catches, slams it. Bucks take the lead. 101-100.
It goes to show, we can close games out in multiple ways in different fashions.
Lopez for three. Yes! He has been on fire in every phase of the game.
This is the Brook we all know and we all love. We want him to be aggressive, especially against the series. He's going to knock down shots like he did tonight, and especially when he's going, we got to find him even more and more and more.
And what a career night for Lopez. 29 points, 3 block shots, 1 steal, and 4 of 11 from downtown. Showing out here in the Eastern Conference Finals.
We all struggled a bit shooting the ball, but, I know I did. And, I'm so thankful to have a group of teammates that support me 100%, regardless if it's going in or out. They just want me to keep going out there and doing my job.
Was it a Toronto collapse or a fantastic Milwaukee comeback? You decide. Raptors led by as many as 13. Fourth quarter started with Kawhi on the bench, and then by the time he got back on the court, they couldn't stop the Bucks, particularly Brook Lopez, who was a monster. Not just shooting threes, but inside and blocking shots as well, as the Raptors got shut out over the final 3.5 minutes of the game. Kyle Lowry and company know what they have to do before tomorrow night's Game 2.
I think we missed some shots. I think we had some opportunities. We missed a lot of open looks, missed layups, open threes. We missed a lot of opportunities to keep up the pace. I think that's what really hurt us. And they started scoring, so they scored, and we took the ball a little slower than we should have. But we let them get more aggressive than us, and they got comfortable.
All in all, we played a good game. We played a good game up until the fourth quarter. Well, we were playing at a good pace. We moved the ball. We just got to rebound better, not let the offense rebounds, and keep our pace.
I do feel like, we were aggressive in the second half. I think defensively we got better. And, hopefully maybe we did knock off some rust as the game went on. And that, hopefully can explain why we got better from the start to the end.
I said that the offense is a real key to this series, right? That if they're going to be playing with it off the rim, they're going to be coming at you pretty hard. And obviously we went through a streak there where we didn't make some shots. I think we put our defense in a bind because of the offense. Yeah.
It is time for On the Road, presented by Nitsa. Click it or ticket. All right, Raptors on the road during the 2019 playoffs. 3-3. They've been darn good at home. It's just the issue away from home, and now they got to play at least one more here at Fiserv Forum tomorrow night. Welcome back in Chris Bosh, Isiah Thomas, Grant Hill. Fellas, just the mentality, Chris, of what Toronto must be thinking after getting a spectacular 30-point performance from Kyle Lowry, some big-time plays from Serge Ibaka in the limited moments that he played. What do you think after giving away a 13-point lead, playing as well as you did in Game 1?
It hurts. I know they probably definitely feel like they let one slip away. They didn't get other guys involved, not having anyone score other than Lowry in the fourth quarter. That's got to sting a little bit. But I think they look at it as saying, all right, Game 1, you got us. They're going to be coming right back Game 2. They're going to make some adjustments. I think Kawhi is going to be a lot more aggressive in the fourth quarter. And it's good to see that Lowry is having some sort of offensive rhythm. And, they just have to get guys involved more. So I think tomorrow they'll be more prepared. They'll have a better game plan, and they'll look to attack.
You two were on post-game last night. The talk throughout the course of the game, it was interesting how it evolved. First it was, the rust factor for Milwaukee, and then it became the fatigue factor for Kawhi Leonard. It looked like, Grant, that he had trouble keeping his motor going. He only played 42 minutes. Is that going to be an issue here over the course of the game?
Well, only 42 is right, and I think it was a little bit of both. I think obviously Milwaukee was a little bit rusty at the start, and down the stretch they were just out of sorts. Toronto, maybe fatigue was the factor, maybe it was just Milwaukee in their play. But for Milwaukee to finish the game on a 10-0 run, for Toronto to miss 8 field goals in a row down the stretch, and for Kawhi to not really be involved and engaged on those plays, I think kind of goes hand in hand. So whatever the case may be, I think the ball will be in Kawhi Leonard's hands in the fourth quarter more. Maybe you make some adjustments with substitutions, which is tough when you think about it, because that's when Milwaukee got back in the game when Kawhi was on the bench. But he's just going to have the kind of series that he had in this last series where he plays a lot of minutes and he's going to be expected to perform and produce. And he's capable of doing it. He's capable of leading this team in Game 2 to victory.
I know this is a weird question, but do you think for a guy who's not been known as a volume shooter, coming off of his 39 field goal attempts in Game 7 on Sunday, there's a bit of, I don't want to be that guy every game?
No. I don't think so. No, I really don't. And I don't look at Kawhi as a guy who is a facilitate, pass first kind of player.
Right.
He's a guy that is a scorer. I mean, and he has a complete package. He's worked on his game, his ball handling, his ability to get to spots.
But then it wasn't strange that he wasn't more aggressive last night like he was in Game 7?
No, I think what happens, and I thought Kyle Lowry played a beautiful game. And I myself have had those kind of games before where at the end you're going so well offensively that sometimes you just clock out and it's like, my J is on, I'm feeling good. But you kind of forget, like, okay, I got this guy over here, I got to get going. And I thought at the end, there was a shot by Danny Green in the corner. It's a long rebound. Cal got it, at the top. And he had just made a shot, from that distance, maybe 2 minutes ago. And he took that long shot, whereas I thought he should have, settled the game down. They were down 4 points, 2 possessions to get back to even. And that's when he should have got the ball to Kawhi or maybe played a little two-man game. He took a long shot, missed it. They got the basketball, went down, and now they go up 6 as opposed to, being down 2. So I thought that was a difficult spot in the game for Lowry.
What did we see last night from Milwaukee in a night where Giannis didn't have one of his best offensive nights, but a guy like Brook Lopez was able to shine?
I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it just shows you playoff basketball. We've all been a part of it, where Brook Lopez in the previous series, I think, had a combination of 27 points in those 5 games. And then he comes out with 29. Isiah and I, we were impressed with his energy. He obviously was looking for his shot, but steals, blocks, 11 rebounds. Milwaukee was plus 14 on the boards as a team collectively. Brook Lopez just kind of, led the team with his energy, his spirit, his shot making. It was impressive. And it was interesting because he was a guy who didn't really play great and didn't shoot the ball well in the previous series, came out and definitely had an impact there in Game 1.
And it's not like he shot the ball all that great from 3 last night. He was 4 of 11. But I'm curious your take, Chris, on back to your days in Toronto, when you had those Toronto, New Jersey days, seeing Brook Lopez evolve to be this guy that he was last night. I mean, you never would have saw that coming.
Yeah. I mean, he's learned in this system how to play. And it's interesting and unique how they use him in the offense. They know that they have Giannis, who's going to attack, and he's going to be that rim threat every play. Well, they're spacing out Brook. And I give credit to Giannis in the second half for making that adjustment. I don't know who told him, but you could tell he baited the defense to collapse in on him, and then he started kicking to their shooters. That's how he had a good game yesterday. And Brook Lopez was ready, had his hands ready. He can knock those things down. And I would argue 4 for 11 is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Right.
And on top of offensive rebounds, getting a couple stops. I mean, he played some spirited basketball.
But he missed some shots early on, kept within. What Mike Budenholzer said he was most proud of was those plays around the rim where he was able to affect the game in more ways. And defensively, he was tremendous. Game 2 from Milwaukee. TNT will have it for you on Friday night, with coverage beginning right here on NBA TV Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Throughout the Eastern Conference Finals, vote for your favorite plays at NBA.com/accelerate. To the final sweepstakes for your chance to win $35,000 towards the purchase of a car through Auto Trader. We should let the smart guy, Chris Bosh, let him read these promos. Right? Back with more, getting you set for Game 2 of the West Finals next.
We are an angel and a demon. We have nothing whatsoever in common. I don't even like you.
You do.
Armageddon is coming.
There must be some way of stopping it. It won't be the war to end all wars. It'll be the war to end everything.
My best